Behind every human rights violation in the Southern Cameroons is a victim and a perpetrator. If the people are ever to find justice and durable peace, it is imperative that we commit ourselves to the honorable task of documenting all the incidents of human rights abuse, the names of the victims, the perpetrators, and accomplices, as well as any evidence that corroborates reported cases. Thanks to technology, this sacred task is now possible. Together, we can ensure that every incident is recorded for posterity and for international stakeholders who have an interest in bringing this conflict to an end. After numerous consultations with international stakeholders, including post-actions following U.S. Senate Resolution 684, ReportEscatrocities.info has been established as a new service tool by the Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiations. CDN is an international non-governmental organization with specific goals to facilitate dialogue and negotiation towards ending what can be referred as genocide in the Southern Cameroons. This tool documents and tracks all internationally recognized war crimes in the Southern Cameroons War. In this video, we tell you about the crimes we are tracking, how the data is managed, the legal basis for our work, how we will report and manage atrocities, who gets access to this information, key features of this service, and what you can do to help get justice for the victims of this war. We track all human rights violations covered by international legal instruments. This tool can be used to document the crimes committed, the victim or victims, the perpetrator and accomplices, location, dates, and evidence. The crimes include, but not limited to, aggression, arbitrary arrest, arbitrary detention, burning and demolition of civilian homes, corruption, democide, ethnic cleansing and persecution, extrajudicial killings or other killings, forced disappearance, forced displacement, genocide, ghost detainee, impunity, joint criminal enterprise, lynching, massacres, military police brutality, persecution, prisoner abuse, rape, sexual harassment and abuse, summary execution, torture, unlawful house arrest. We are totally committed to protecting your identity and the information in your report. All reports on this site are confidential. You have an option to post anonymously, and most of the questions we ask are optional. We follow industry standards in protecting your information from encryption at the point of collection to a secure and distributed storage architecture intended to retain all records for posterity. The fundamental human rights of all Southern Cameroonians are protected by international legal instruments, including, but not limited to, the Convention of the Non-Applicability of Statutory Limitation to War Crimes and Crimes Against Humanity, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and its optional protocols, the Geneva Convention relative to the treatment of prisoners of war, the Declaration on the Rights of Persons belonging to national or ethnic, religious, and linguistic minorities, as well as many other instruments to which Cameroon is a signatory or may be statutorily implicate the state of Cameroon. With your support, we will be able to accomplish the following: collect data from witnesses to crimes against humanity in the Southern Cameroons, validate the authenticity of all reports and collate supporting information of evidence, analyze reports and provide authenticated information to international partners, validate the identity of all victims and conduct additional inquiries to obtain supporting information, package reports with all pieces of supporting evidence, transmit new evidence to stakeholders, build relationships with local and international stakeholders who are interested in our data. The information you share is processed and shared with several organizations, including but not limited to the following: the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, the Congress of the United States of America, the State Department of the United States of America, the United Nations Office of the Commissioner for Human Rights, the United Nations, the European Union, the International Criminal Court, the United Nations Human Rights Council. Report all crimes committed to Southern Cameroonian civilians. Encourage all victims to report crimes. Create reports for known victims and incidents. Provide details and evidence to hold perpetrators accountable. Provide details and evidence to support all incident reports. Raise awareness of this platform by sharing with all Southern Cameroonians. Tell us what we can do to increase the capability and effectiveness of this online platform. This site is available in 5 languages: English, French, German, Portuguese, and Spanish, to ensure that we have as much international reach as possible. There are 3 key features to help us collect information: incident reports, incident tracker, and quick tips. These 3 features allow the coalition and respondents to collect and keep track of all crimes committed to unarmed Southern Cameroonian civilians. The incident report gives you the ability to provide the following optional pieces of information: details of victim or victims, incident location, date and time, the crime committed, the perpetrators and their identity information, family details of perpetrators, spouses, children, and other relatives, ages and other identifying information of family members, evidence establishing family relationships, assets of perpetrators in and out of Cameroon, accomplices, names and date of birth, identifying evidence of accomplices. We strongly recommend you create an incident report for every incident, victim, or perpetrator. If you do not wish to create an incident report, we also offer a quick tip feature where you can submit evidence and provide a brief summary of an incident, such as taking a picture or video with your phone. Add a description and submit as a quick tip. Please note that all information you provide can be done anonymously. If you would like us to follow up with you, or you wish to make yourself available for future consultation of an incident, victim, or perpetrator, we strongly encourage you to include your contact information. Many reported cases of massacre and abuses have been captured in the incident tracker page. We encourage you to take a look at the cases and provide more information on the victims and names of perpetrators. There is no statute limitation for crimes against humanity, which means a perpetrator can be prosecuted regardless of when the crime was committed. We will continue to update the reported incidents. This level of record keeping is what will ensure that lives are protected and the perpetrators of human rights abuse are brought to justice. This venture will require the participation of all Southern Cameroonians, friends of the Southern Cameroons, and all our partners for peace, who have an interest in a viable solution to the Southern Cameroons civil war. The FAQ is provided to answer a few questions you may have. We encourage you to contact us and with questions, suggestions, or correction requests, or any other actions that can help advance the objective of this incident tracking initiative. The CDN believes in open dialogue. Thank you for watching and sharing this video so that every incident and victim of human rights abuse in Southern Cameroons will be identified and the perpetrators held accountable.